Good day. My name is Teresa Frederick, and I'm about to show you how to put in a timeline in Excel to exclude weekends, exclude days that you're not working on a project, and exclude holidays. So this is basically what we're doing, building a project timeline, putting in weekends and holidays in Excel. This is the first part of my project to build an entire project in Excel, mimicking MS Project. So let's get started. We are about to create the calendar. You're supposed to write the month first, then the day, then the year. If you want more space, you can create more space so that you get it a little bigger. Okay, the first thing you do, you block it, then you go to number and you go to date, and you are coming down to this. We are looking for the short version, which will have the day and the month. You click on that and you click OK, and you realize the 14th of February, which is today that I'm making this video. Now I want it vertical. So there are two ways of getting it vertical. You click on it and you can go to here and you can actually use this orientation and carry it right up and click OK, and it will be vertical. So let me just reverse this and show you the second way. The second way, you go up here where you have the AB, you click on that and you're coming down to rotate text up. You see the sample here, rotate text up, and you get it like that. Now we want these boxes to be smaller. So, okay, before we go on, right here in the corner, we can pull across. And because you have a 14 there, you would find you're going to get consecutive numbering. Then we want the boxes to be smaller. So we block the whole area and we go into format, and we are coming down to column width. Column width. You click on column width and a box comes up, and I am going to write 2.5. You can make it 3 if you want, and you click OK, and you realize you get this numbering system. Now you continue here again and you do the same thing, block it, and you go to format, column width, and you're making it 2.5 or 3, and you click OK. And you continue for as long as you want the schedule. Now, having gotten the start date, we want to know the 14th of February, which is the start of the project, what day of the week it is. So you can stop and take a picture of this because these are the instructions. The first step, you click on the box above the 14th, and then you go to the FX, which is the function. You click on that and a dialog box will appear. This is called the insert function box. You will click on the or select a category. I have already done that and I have selected date and time. Then in select a function, I am coming down to the weekday. So I click on the weekday and I click OK. Another dialog box comes up and it's asking me for the serial number. The serial number is the start date. So I will click on the 14th of February because that is what I am trying to get the date, the day of the week for. And I click OK. Now I get a number because the dates are stored in numbers, as numbers. So what does number 6 stand for? I click on number 6 and I go into numbers and I come right down to custom and where general is. So I come down to custom and where general is, I will clear general and I will put DDD, DDD, 3Ds. So I've come down to custom, I've cleared that top general, I put 3Ds and I click OK. And you see Friday comes up. So it's telling me 6 is Friday. And I just cling along like this and I will get every consecutive day. All right, but I want it vertical again, So I will click on all of them and I will go back to this vertical AB. I come down to rotate text up and I get it. So we can see all the weekends and things like that. That is step 2. So take a copy of the instructions here and you have this here and you should be well okay. We are now going to put in weekends. So what we have to do is to block everything underneath the timeline. We block everything and then we go to something called conditional formatting. But right now I would like you all to stop and take a picture of this because these are the instructions that you will have that you can follow. So you block everything under the timeline, you go to conditional formatting and you come down to new rule. And when a dialog box comes up and you're using a formula to determine which cells to format. So you click on that and under format values where this formula is true, we're going to put in a formula. We're going to say equal weekday. You can follow from the writing as at the side, open brackets, and you're going to take the start date. So you're going to click on the start date and you realize the location of the start date comes, but you move in the first $sign, all right? And after the start date, you put in a comma, you're putting a 2, and you're closing the bracket. And then you're going to be looking for something called more than. It's on your computer, 5. So the weekday with the Saturdays and Sundays would be when this is more than 5. So then you go to format, which is right in the same box, and you're going to choose. You can choose a color, but I'm going to choose a pattern because you click on fill, and fill will bring up this. I am going to choose a pattern, so I'm going to choose this pattern, and I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to click OK. And you realize the Saturdays and Sundays come up. So this is how you get Saturdays and Sundays. Step 5. We are now going to have a table for non-working days and holidays. March the 3rd and 4th are carnival days, and so no work is being done on the project. There are no public holidays in the timeline. I will write down the dates for carnival with the month first and then days. Put a heading called carnival. I will next block everything heading and non-working days and go to insert table. A dialog box will come up with the holidays included and I will say OK and the table is formed. I will next go to the table name above data validation and name the table holidays. So let's see how this is done. So the first thing we are putting down the days. And as we said, we are writing the dates with the month first. So it's March 3rd, 2025 is 1. And then there is the 3rd, the 4th, 2025. So these are the 2 dates. And I'm going to put holidays on top of it. All right. So then I block everything and I go to insert table, which is above data validation. And you see table comes up here. And what has come up is this box. This box, where is the data for your table? It has automatically taken up the data. And my table has a header, which is clicked also. You click OK and you get a table. Now, above data validation, you have table name. I'm going to call that holidays. So this is how I have created the holidays. Now we're putting in holidays and non-working days. In this case, we only have non-working days because we have Carnival, which is 3rd and the 4th of March, and which we would not be working on the project. But normally, this formula takes up both holidays and non-working days. The first thing you're doing is blocking the whole area under the timeline. Then you go to conditional formatting, come down to new rule. You are blocking use a formula to determine which cells to format. And the formula is written here. It's equal to match, open brackets. This is it here, start date. So to get the start date, we are going to the start date of the project. And when we pick up this location, we're going to move the first dollar sign. And you're going to put a comma. And then you're going to where you have your holidays, and you're picking up all the holidays, non-working days. And you see, once you click on it, it automatically comes in the formula. You put zero, you put that comma, and then you put a zero, and you close your brackets. So this is the formula: match equal match. You have the start date minus the first dollar sign, then your holidays, then zero, close brackets. You next go to format. It's all written there, so you can stop and take a snapshot, and the fill will open up, and you can fill it either with a pattern or with a color. I'm going to fill it with a pattern, and you click OK, and you click OK, and you realize your holidays are now in. Thank you. If you like my content, give it a thumbs up and please subscribe.